morning. Oh, it's the afternoon, technically. And it is the middle of January. Roughly, it's the 16th. So I actually haven't picked up a camera in 2 months. Wow, yeah, 2 months. So I kind of wanted to give you guys what I'd call the big update, because it kind of is. There's a lot of work that we got done over, obviously, the course of Christmas, and a little bit that got done at the beginning of the new year, and a lion's share work that was actually done at end of November. But obviously I didn't film any of that. I spent way too much time on all the editing for the other videos, so I just kind of put everything else on the back burner, and this is kind of where we are now. So I am unfortunately still in this room. Nothing has changed in terms of where I'm sleeping or what I'm dealing with, other than the fact that this light is actively dying. Like, it's on its last legs. So yeah, it will need to change at some point. This hallway light is also completely gone now, so it's not the first one to go, but it is, yeah, it's just dead. Which is kind of like probably a good analogy for the majority of this house. Right, my mother's room is actually the one that got probably the biggest makeover, which I know we said it was done, but something I'm learning about my mum is that she changes her mind every 5 fucking minutes. So, like, the bed is now here. Camera, if you could follow me down, please, not up. I don't know where you want to go. Not cooperating with me. Why is this not new? Anyway, so yeah, the majority of my mum's room has changed. We've kind of got like a whole new system going on. You just really don't want to help me out here, do you, camera? Fine, I'll take over and do it manually, because it wants to face the sky for some reason. That might be my fault. I don't know if I've broken something. Please no. Okay, we're going to stick it there, because that's sort of the middle area it should be, and it's not really following me, which is kind of worrying. Whatever. Anyway, yeah. So my mum's furniture turned up. We've stuck a cat tree in the corner. Oh yeah, the cat trees are new. Yes, we got woken up almost like every night by all the cats. Because obviously it got too cold for them to go outside, and all of a sudden the boredom set in, and it was like, oh my gosh, we're not getting any sleep at all. So we have a dozen cat trees, or cat scratch posts, or bedding that are basically just everywhere. So you'll see a lot of these, and they worked. We now have like active sleep schedules. So my mum's oak desk turned up. We've shoved her working area over there, which makes sense. This probably isn't the final form of this room, but it's getting there. And then my mum moved her bed over here, because the hallway light and the bathroom light annoyed her, which is fair enough. The bathrooms are still being done by a company. I think we have another person coming in tomorrow. I think it's the 17th, so yeah, we should have a person coming in who will quote us for all 3 bathrooms, and that will be done, I said, via an actual company. Fail wall is still here, and it remains to be fail wall, but we've ordered some wallpaper now, which is going to cover this. I'm quite excited for that, actually, because it takes so much of the work off of me, because it all needs sanding down and everything. So I'm just really glad that we're stripping it and wallpapering it. Yeah, the only thing that's changed in the bathroom is it's now become a storage room for everything that was previously in the small girl's room, which was going to be my office, but is now Kyle and Elisa's bedroom. That's my brother. Don't know if I've actually ever said his name before, but yeah, it's my brother and Elisa's bedroom. So yeah, the rooms kind of got swapped. It's not great. I mean, the only good thing is that at the back, that's the new radiator. That's a towel rail that's going in here, which should be plumbed in on Monday. We have a promise for 2 of these upstairs radiators to be plumbed in from Monday to Tuesday, via our plumber. If he doesn't turn up, I'm just going to give my mum another number, because I've had enough. But yeah, I've promised I'm taking over for that now, so hopefully that gets his bum in gear and he'll actually, do his job. Not that I'm salty. I'm slightly salty, just slightly. Yeah, this light switch is still way too high. This is kind of the room if I shove this out of the way, because I can actually get in here now. So yeah, we have a bed in here, which covered for Christmas, and all these boxes around here were actually gone. This is the radiator for this room, so there's a reason it's in here. We've had a guy come in and assess the closet. That's going to be ripped out and changed. And we actually have the actual, like, covering for the skylight. I didn't even know that was there. Yeah, we've had a few people stay in this room at the moment, and generally we just sort of resort the mess as and when people are here. So we're getting there. It's like things are happening, but they're happening at an extremely slow rate. Right, hang on. This is dark corridor. Dark corridor needs light. There we go. Right. These rooms have had probably the biggest change. This is where all... Oh god, don't go out. So we are losing like all the old lights now. They're kind of going. But we're really close to getting the new lights in, so it shouldn't matter. Right, the floor has been reinforced. Camera, will you just for a second work with me? Like, the floor. Reinforced. Wow, you fought me. Yes, I'm up here. Can we get along? Thank you. Anyway, so I'm just arguing with inanimate objects. This is nothing new. So this is my room. The ceiling has been raised. I can no longer touch it, which is amazing. Yes, we've got rock wool behind the ceiling. It's all been insulated, and there was some, it looks like inflatable green bags that went behind like that area at the back to block the chimney, the sides of the chimney where we had some really freezing cold air coming in. I don't really know what our builder did. But this is my mum's brother-in-law, and yeah, he's done a really great job. So this room is pretty much ready now for skimming. We just need the radiator to be put in there. That's what that bit is for. I don't know if my camera's working with me or not. Sorry if it's not. I'm really trying here. I need to edit settings or something. Yeah, so we just need the radiator to go in, and then the skimmer can come. He's on speed dial. He's very happy to turn up like literally the day we need him. And he said he's more than used to working till like 9-10 o'clock at night. Oh, okay. So yeah, I think he also said he's not Welsh, which might have something to do with it. Yeah, but he's got really strange working hours, so it suits us. It works really well. Some of my furniture's kind of come down a little bit, only because some of it did get damaged while everything was being built. I'm not too annoyed by that because I did kind of expect it. But my really expensive furniture's fine. The glass furniture's all been moved out of this room anyway. I've noticed my sword is still in here, but that's packaged up, and I'm just not going to look at it. And there are a couple of my boxes that have fragile written on them that are upside down. Oh, I'm just going to breathe and pretend I haven't seen them. So yeah, but this room's pretty much done, which is great. I would love to show you guys this room. There is no light switch at the moment. The floor's kind of out as well, so that actually drops straight through to the living room. We're having a bulkhead built, so there's a lot of work still to go into this room. But once the bulkhead's in, it will need skimming again, so it's kind of along the lines of the same lines of being done. So we've had the bulkhead like area being cut out here. The cats love going up and down that, which is great. We also have up. We have the ceiling in for the staircase, which is great. My cat's mowing at me. He's probably gonna follow me downstairs. Yeah, he is. And then he stopped because I made noise. I made scary noise. Right, we're down living room. Right. This room got a massive clear out for Christmas, so it's nowhere near as bad as it was, which is wonderful. The electricians have started the main work, so we do have a radiator back here. Work with me, thank you. So the wall's been like gouged out. We've got another cat tree over there, and behind the cat tree there's another gouge in the wall. There's one here. Here we've got a few, and then the wires have kind of been like laid in across the ceiling. I think to my to my knowledge, we're overboarding the ceiling again, so we will lose a bit of the height, but not too much, which is good because we measured our new lights to this depth of ceiling, so at the moment they're flush in, so because they're going to be dropped a little bit, I actually think that's better though, because we'll get more light into the room. So my cat's like rolling across my feet. This side of the room's now completely clear. It's sort of what we're calling the work side, because the ceiling's out. Yeah, these balls just move off. That allows our builders to kind of put like all the the flat bits of wood and everything straight up through the ceiling to the next room. So this won't be fixed until all the woodworking upstairs is finished, which we are really close to that now, so it's starting to feel like we're nearly done. This side of the room was originally cleared for Christmas. It is a bit of a state now, but there's no point in putting anything back right now because we've sort of piled it on so we can just shove the dust sheets over everything. And it's because of all the wall gouging, so as soon as that's finished, then, you know, it'll all go back to normal. Oh, right, the second light's not working at the moment. Now I've got two cats at my feet now. What's changed in here? Probably not much except for the overall plan. We are back to underfloor heating. Don't ask. It's been so much grief that I'm just... Yeah, but I think what it boils down to is basically the floor needs to be dug up anyway, because it's completely wrong. The tiles are cracked, everything's moved, and he's still actively moving. Nothing's been pinned properly. So basically all the people we've had come in and have a look have basically just said, you've got to dig it up. And the main reason we said no to underfloor heating was because of the price of digging it up. Got to do it anyway, may as well spend a little bit extra to get the underfloor heating. As far as I know, my mum wants it to go all the way through, and that's more to do with the levelling of both floors, because the tiles underneath the carpet in the living room are not sound either. Oh. We are overboarding the ceiling, so that's not an issue. On a more fun note, we kind of have... You focus on me there? There we go. We've kind of got some Pendle witches. They are called Pendle witches. It was an artist on Etsy. I spotted her works because we kept we're kind of known as like the Witch Bont House now. And because Bont, means bridge, it's the Witch Bridge House. Basically, when I put the Halloween witch outside, everyone knew where we were. It's a lot easier to say to postmen and people like that, yeah, just look for the house with the witch, than it is look for the house on the bridge, because there's so many bridges around here. So yeah, we're known as Witch Bridge. So yeah, we've got two witches from the Witches of Pendle. There's one outside right now with pink feathers, because we're kind of coming up for like the Valentine's Day kind of season. I thought, yeah, the pink witch can go out, and then she's more of like an autumn witch, which we'll do in a minute. So I have to move. I'm moving Thor. He's our like big ass doorstop at the moment for the conservatory, which is this is kind of where we moved a lot of stuff. So the conservatory was originally where we had a really big table in, and this is where I need my camera to drop down a bit. There we go. So this is actually a smaller table than the one we had originally. The original table is back in the kitchen because I use it to cook on. This is more of a storage table. This room is freezing cold, so at the moment it's acting like a double pantry. There's like no more cutlery or anything in here. It's all been moved into the kitchen, thank goodness. So I'm cooking full time in that other room. All the trees are gone, all of them, except for the ones now without canker. Which is really good. We've managed to keep the bat population and the bird population, so everybody is happy. And the bank of plants is growing really, really nicely around the back of the conservatory. Decking. Around the back of the decking. That light is really bright. Sorry, it's a naked bulb, a bit like that one, except it works. We do get blinded by them a lot. but they're only temporary till they get the new lights in. So yeah, nothing's really changed here, except obviously a cooking table, hole in the floor, massive mess, don't care, can't care anymore. This is kind of like full now, it's turned into a spice rack, which surprises nobody. I would go that way, but my mum's kind of chilling. Nothing's really changed in the gym. We did put that massive TV up, so that's kind of the only big difference. It's kind of getting used as a games room now. We're trying desperately to get as many guests out of that room as possible because we don't want to mix bedrooms with the games rooms, but we're also playing around with the idea of renting out the newer side of the house when we're all done. So we're getting a spiral staircase in the bedroom I'm currently in at the back, and that'll go down to the gym, unless we're told by builders that it won't fit. I don't think that'll be an issue at the moment. We have measured it, and according to our measurements it works, but you never really know. Okay, so that's kind of it for the walk round. I realise I might have kind of rushed that because I haven't really, I haven't talked for, I said like 2.5 months or something like that. Christmas was just so full on. I did want to do some kind of filming, but just because of the age of the twins, they're too young really to be on camera without parents' permission, and yeah, I didn't like the idea of it. So we gave Christmas a miss because it was pretty full on. And to be honest, that was a good idea. It took me the whole month of December to set up for Christmas. Oh, I didn't show you guys the hooks. It's fine. Basically, I got these like, oh, there's one on my door actually. I got like stick-on hooks, and they're strong enough obviously to hold like my dressing jackets and stuff like that. It's really heavy fabrics. They held up all the garlands in the living room, and yeah, it's just great. So I got some really, really big thick ones to hold anything heavy, and then I got these really small like clear plastic ones to hold any of the wires for the lights and stuff like that. It worked great for like the conservatory, the living room, the gym. We've got a heavy one holding up a dartboard in the gym. That's the other thing. We've got a magnetic dartboard. Everything in there is like kid friendly though, so obviously no real darts yet. That will change. Right. I could probably talk about some more stuff that was kind of more fun. One of the Christmas presents I got that I haven't used yet is my archery bow. I got a full-on archery bow. I can actually show you guys that. I don't know. I keep sitting down. I'm so used to like sitting and chilling. Because we gave ourselves some time off. Well, I gave myself some time off because I had a full-on Christmas and I organised everything. I'm so tired. I was so tired. So I'm just kind of like getting over that now. Today was the first day we went out. Sort of out. Anyway, so I have. Let me argue with my camera for a minute. Basically, I have a recurve bow. I don't think I ever said I was on the archery team at university. It was only for my first year, because I couldn't actually like afford a real bow. They gave us the first year for free, and then they did give us a warning that we'd have to buy our own kit. So at that time, I was also on the women's pool team, and it was kind of between doing archery or doing the women's pool group. And I'm going to be honest, I made better friends in the pool team, so I did err towards the pool team. But yeah, basically given the size of the garden we have, it's more than enough space lengthwise from if I shoot from the river towards the house. There's enough like space, and because the land kind of curves upwards, like I can't do any real damage. So yeah, we looked that up. So I've got the recurve bow at the moment. It does have a string on it right now that's too long, hence my brother did some really complicated like knots on it that will not come off at all. My brother's that like climbs like mountains, like rock climbing, is that it? Scaling, free climbing, all that good stuff that's scary. Yeah, he does that, so he knows everything there is to know about knots. He even knows about ship knots and stuff like that. It's a fascination for him. So anyway, he did the knots for me to shorten the bowstring. I did then go out and buy the proper length bowstring, so I actually need to string that myself. But we've not had good weather at the moment, so I haven't been able to test it out. But yeah, I'm actually quite excited to give this a go at some point. It is quite heavy, so I'll need some practice, but unfortunately I've shot my shoulder out as well because I'm still sleeping on the floor. It's actually starting to get to me quite a bit now. But with a proper bathroom company coming in, I can safely say now it's only a matter of time till we get the bath in. But the fact that we've had to wait for an official company, that's a whole new annoyance that I just don't really want to get into, but you know. It's kind of what it is. Other good things that I am extremely excited about. No, I've got to be careful here because there is something in my room that I have been filming for you guys to see. That's not finished yet, so I don't want to accidentally film it. But I got... Work with me, camera. Work with me. So this is a Wacom Flex arm. This will be attached to the front of my desk for when I eventually get my new art tablets. They are still on the way because Wacom is not a fast company, which is fine. It's totally fine. But I am really, 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 really excited. So I have well, originally I had a Wacom tablet, which is about like that big. I think it's the 24-inch one, but I bought that tablet like long before they invented tablets with like the inbuilt screens. So it's a lot of like, you know, your eyes and your brain have to work on two different surfaces. And the older I got, the more complicated that got. So I did end up buying an original tablet screen, like a touch tablet screen. I'm not going to flash my camera to it because I've got all my files open. But because I got it from a cheaper company, it broke pretty quickly. So it now just functions as a second screen, which is great when I started my recording for YouTube. It actually gave me pretty good practice working on two screens, which then benefited me when I went to work and I had two screens to work off of. So, you know, that was like a nice thing that went well. But yeah, then it stopped working for like the tablet pen. It just didn't want to function properly. And it has software that contrasts like the Wacom software, so I couldn't install both at once. So I haven't used my original Wacom tablet in a really, really long time. And I kind of did miss doing like artwork and stuff like that. I think people probably noticed that my YouTube channel and everything, like all the artwork that's on that at the moment was kind of put together either before my channel started or it was done with a mouse on Photoshop. So it's not the best. It takes a lot of my old artwork and my style has changed massively since then, and I know I can do better. But yeah, I just thought I didn't have the time. So I'm actually really, really excited that I've got two tablets coming. One is a 24-inch, which is attached to that flex arm. That is plugged directly into my computer. So I'll be replacing my second screen, axing the tablet, like my old tablet, completely. I've got another screen to replace it, just a regular computer screen that will work as my second monitor. And then my third monitor is going to be this new art tablet. And I have some new artist software to go with it called Affinity Photo. I bought that purely because it's a one-off purchase. I love Photoshop, don't get me wrong. I absolutely adore Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Premiere Pro and all that jazz. But I can't afford to pay for that kind of software per month on top of what we're already paying for like TV licenses and rent and everything. It's just too much for what is essentially a hobby at the moment. So I purchased Affinity Photo because it's the best like one payment software. So I've bought it and now it's mine. I've got Manga Studio as well as a secondary software, but that is more for like comic book strips and stuff like that. I've always found there was a limit to what you could do on Manga Studio, so it's still good software. I still would recommend like Manga Studio if you want an easy software to understand. Affinity Photo is not an easy software. Like, it's similar to Photoshop, but you do kind of have to know what you're doing, which is fine. I just need to double check, obviously, when the art tablet gets here, that it works with it. I will be gutted if it doesn't. I will be so gutted if it doesn't, but it says that it should. So, fingers crossed. There we go. But I mean, obviously, you also have to pay for it per device as well. So, if I have to pay for it again to get it on my art tablet, I'm going to be quite annoyed. Anyway, so that's the first tablet. That's purely plug into my computer, and I'll be using that to design quite a lot of my future YouTube banners, adverts, logos, literally everything. I'm also using it to design some wallpaper for my bedroom, my office, and potentially my mum's room. I didn't say that, but we also have some wallpaper coming for the downstairs living room. Yeah, it's because I'm not thinking about it. I have to wait, you see, because it all needs to be plastered. Then I can get on to painting. But that living room will actually probably be done a lot sooner than we were planning on having it done. Because as far as the builders are concerned, at least, it's an easy room for them to do. Shock horror on that. But it just means that I will have to paint that horrific ceiling sooner than I wanted to. But hey ho, summer's coming, I need to do some work anyway. Whatever. I'll get on it, I'll do it. Yeah. And then I have a second tablet coming to get back onto the original exciting thing. And this one is more of a movable tablet. So this one is 16 inches, so still quite big. But that one I will be able to take with me. So I guess in an essence it works like a laptop, but it is purely a drawing tablet. I am so excited to have that one. I'm planning on taking it on the cruise to Norway and everything like that with me, because there's nothing quite like being out and seeing something new to get like really inspired to draw and stuff like that. So I always felt like that when I went on holiday somewhere new. It was always the first thing I wanted to do was like capture the sunset or the view or something like that. And considering that we're spending quite a lot of time on the boat, between islands especially, or to see the fjords. Ooh, pronunciation. Yeah, fjords, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, basically I just wanted something in my hand that I'll be able to draw with. But don't worry, I'll be taking the camera with me as well. So it's going to be like half, because my mum wanted to do some filming as well. We're getting like very excited about that. We're going in June, I think. June of next year, 2023. And it's going to be 2 weeks. So, yeah, very, very excited. Obviously, we've still got a lot to organise in terms of that. And mainly cats. Cats are biggest stress right now. I would like to introduce my bedroom cat post. Won't mean anything to you right now, but we're basically going to have a kind of like cat TV for my future gaming videos when I actually get round to doing them. I am sorry, it does seem like it's taking a really long time, but it's just, my setup is just not right at the moment, and there's so many little things that are going wrong in the background that it's kind of like demoralising at the moment. And I don't want to stick myself in front of a camera until I'm truly ready to play a game. Like, I have to be in the right frame of mind to play a horror game. I really, really do. And right now, like, even opening some of my old games it just makes me want to cry. So I'm still associating it, like, with my dad. So it's the bluntest way I can put it. And until I, like, get over that, that's such a bad way of putting it, but yeah, until I've like processed that in my brain properly, I won't really be able to continue gaming, like, no matter how much I push myself. So I mean, we'll have to see. I truly think, like, if a big game does come out, maybe one that isn't horror, maybe one that's like, I don't know, something else, I might be able to play it. Because I do enjoy, like, the action adventure type games, anything Bioshocky. Bioshock. That's something. I mean, I enjoyed Dishonored, you know, stuff like that. Games where I can snipe people from a distance. But you know, mainly games where I'm playing on my own. But a lot of what I'm seeing right now is multiplayer games and just kind of like add-ons to games that already exist. I've noticed that GTFO has done a big, massive update to the game. I've been watching that on Twitch. It does look really exciting, but again, it's a game you have to play with others, and I just don't have that kind of gaming group. Like, I don't know people who play the same games as me, and now I'm kind of living in the middle of nowhere. It's like, well, yeah. But I'm a very, like, isolationist person anyway. I don't like other people. So, like, getting along with me is really difficult for, like, I mean, loads of people tell you that. But anyway, point of this angle, Cat TV will actually be in all of my future webcam-based videos. That is a promise, because I didn't actually know they'd take to this well. But literally, any time that basket is free, my cats are on it in rotation. And it means you'll see more of Ash, which she is my, like, you know, she's my Heidi ninja cat. I don't really think you guys have seen much of her. But she loves this basket, and she loves hanging around me when I'm playing games, so yeah, it's a big change. Maple likes to stick to my bed. He's there. I have to be careful when I'm giving Ash attention, because he still gets really, really jealous, you know, like when the focus is not on him. And he has been known to fight her for that bed. You'll see Walnut as well. He likes that bed. He wins every time. Yeah. If he comes, the bed is his. That's just how it is. But that's how all the trees are for Walnut. He owns all of them. There is no contest. Anyway, I got like a lot more things across Christmas that I really, really adored, but a lot of them you guys won't see for a really long time, because they're related to my new room and my new office. So I've got a lot of designing to do, and a lot of bits and pieces of furniture that I've been given and stuff like that. They were just really thoughtful gifts this year that relate to what we're doing with the house and everything. So yeah, it was really exciting, and it was really calming, and I was like really happy to have like all that time off. But now we're kind of getting back into it. So, dates. Kind of an expectation of what's happening and what's going to happen. Firstly, we have a company coming in to do all of our windows. We have a survey on the 24th of this month, so he'll come around and measure each and every single window to the dot. That means we need to clear everything from in front of the windows. Ironically enough, the rest of the house is good for that. This room isn't. The way I've kind of designed this room, because I had drafts coming from the windows, so I've kind of covered them all. Yeah. So this room and the purple room, which you saw is now a bit of a bomb site again, they're the two rooms we're worried about. All the sheds outside are full. All of them. Have I shown you guys the last shed? I don't think I have. I think I'll have to show you guys the sheds properly at one point. But the sheds are a whole new kettle of fish, because they are full now of all of those boxes we had. So all of our photo albums, everything from the old house is kind of in the sheds. Which says a lot for the amount of crap we have. Just saying. But yeah, ornaments, photos, loads of stuff, anything decorative basically has gone in the shed, because it's nothing can go up right now, not with the building work going on. But yeah, so Monday is 2 radiators, hopefully as promised. Then we're getting the plasterer and skimmer in. That's a 2-man team. They said a couple of hours to have the whole thing done. Then it's a 3-day drying time, I think. As soon as my tablets get here, I have two walls to design for bespoke wallpaper, and I've got a company which I will be going with to do the printing and designing of that wallpaper. Yeah, we've been talking to them about that because compared to me painting it myself, it's a much cheaper option. So I've got that to do. Then the electricians will come back and plug the final lights in once everything's painted and done. My bed is due this month at some point. I love this whole at some point. I am attending my brother's girlfriend's graduation on the 20th. Congratulations, Eliza. You did well. Yeah. So we're going to meet her mother, her Italian mother. I am terrified. Very terrified. But it's fine. It's going to be a good day out with celebratory pub meal at the end of it. And then me and Mum have a very harrowing drive back. But they promised us the bed, which is very nice of them because they have exactly one bed. Well, technically 2 beds, but Eliza's mum is getting the other bed, obviously. So me and Mum are sharing the big double bed, and Karen and Eliza have taken the floor. Bless them. Yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting. But very good. So it's a very packed month, several months to do. And then hopefully by May, I think they said, because it's a month to like produce the windows and the door for the house that we've chosen. And then May, the whole team should come in, all the old windows will be stripped out, the new ones put in, and we'll have a new front door that works. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to have a door that isn't drafty. And you know that once you've locked it with the key, you're not permanently trapped inside. Like, literally, if we lock it inside, you have to go out the back door, go all the way around the house to the front to unlock it from the outside. It's a shit door and I hate it with a burning fiery passion. Either that or you have to lift the whole door on your shoulder to, like, be able to unlock it. It's just... Gah! I hate it so much. And we've had, like, actual complaints from the family members that had to sleep in the living room that it is freezing cold because of that, because it's just wonky and everything. Oh, no. Yeah, aside from that, most of the changes have happened in the garden. I'll do a separate video for the garden, I think, because it's... Yeah, the garden plans are a whole different kettle of fish. They're all mad, and it's more my mother who can kind of go through, like, what we're doing there, because that's her domain. The house I understand, the garden I'm just like, that bit's green. You know, that's as far as my interest goes. So, yes, I think that's the main bits. I have probably missed an absolute ton of stuff that happened, because honestly there was so much. Yeah, but I'm sure you guys will see it in future videos. Obviously we're doing a lot of different run rounds of the house at the moment, and this next year is going to be very, very busy. Very busy. Come summer, I should be in the position to start painting the entire house. I'm not looking forward to it. Surprise, surprise. Really not. Really not. Anyway, that's everything. And I will leave you with the beautiful picture that is my cat. Hi, Meow. Oh, you're gorgeous. Yes, you are.